Today, let's explore how to factor a trinomial. This is Dr. Rani. Welcome to E3 STEM Academy. B squared plus 8b plus 7. I want to factor this trinomial. That means I want to write this as one polynomial times another polynomial. The product of two polynomials should give this trinomial. Now, what are those two polynomials? We need to figure that out. That's what you mean by factoring a polynomial. So, in order to factor a polynomial of this nature, you need to see if this polynomial is arranged in the decreasing order of the exponent of the variable. So you see here that it is b squared, b, and only a constant, which means that this is b to the power of 0, right? So that's the first step. Next thing you would do is you look at the coefficient of b squared. I see that that is 1. I am going to multiply 1 and the constant, which is 7. So 1 times 7 is 7. Now I'm going to look for two numbers when multiplied will give 7, and when added will give 8. So let me repeat myself. I'm going to look for two numbers whose product will be 7 and the sum would be 8. The coefficient of b is 8. So the sum of those two numbers should be equal to 8. So let me write those numbers. So 7 is 7 times 1. Because 7 is a prime number, so it's going to be 7 and 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So the two polynomials or two factors are going to be b plus 7 and b plus 1. Let us check. To check if your answer is correct or not, we are going to FOIL. That means we're going to multiply or distribute. We know how to multiply two polynomials, right? So we are going to multiply these two. So b times b is b squared plus b times 1 is b plus 7 times b is 7b. 7 times 1 is 7. Now you see that there are two terms of b. So I'm going to combine those like terms. So b squared plus 1b plus 7b is 8b plus 7. Notice you got your trinomial back. So when I multiply these two factors, I got my trinomial back. This is the given trinomial, b squared plus 8b plus 7. Let's try another problem. n squared plus 4n minus 12. And first step, I'm going to make sure this polynomial is arranged in the correct order. So I have n squared, n, and then my constant. Now I'm going to multiply the coefficient of n squared, which is 1, with negative 12. 1 times negative 12 is negative 12. Now I'm going to find two numbers when multiplied will give a product of negative 12 and when added will give a sum of 4. So let's go ahead and find those numbers. -3 times 4, -12. However, if I add 4 and -3, the sum is 1, but I need 4. Let's keep going. -6 and 2. -6 times 2 is -12. -6 plus 2 is -4. I need +4. So let me flip the signs. So this is going to be 6 and -2. So 6 times -2 is -12. 6 plus -2 is +4. I found my numbers. The numbers are 6 and -2. So now I can write my factors. So this can be written as n plus 6 times n minus 2. Let's check. I'm going to multiply n times n and n times -2. 6 times n and 6 times -2. Let's go ahead and multiply. N times n is n squared. N times -2 is -2n. 6 times n is 6n. 6 times -2 is -12. I see like terms, so let's combine. N squared minus 2n plus 6n. That's plus 4n minus 12. And we got our trinomial back. So the factors of this trinomial, n squared plus 4n minus 12, is n plus 6 times n minus 2. This time, I would like for you to try this problem on your own. Here you go. N squared plus 16n plus 64. Pause the video and solve the problem. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Is this polynomial arranged in the correct order? Yes, the terms are arranged in the correct order because n squared, n, and then the constant. I'm now going to multiply 1 and 64, and that's going to give me 64. Now, I'm going to look for two numbers whose product will be 64 and the sum would be 16. So let's write down the numbers. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 plus 8 is 16. So here are your two factors. You already have them. Now, let's go ahead and write the factors. N plus 8 times n plus 8. Let's check. It's always a good practice to check your answer. So n times n, n times 8, 8 times n, 8 times 8. Now let's multiply. N times n is n squared, plus 8 times n is 8n, plus 8 times n is 8n, plus 8 times 8 is 64. Now combine like terms. So that's going to be n squared plus 16n plus 64. Good job. If you've gotten the answer right, give yourself a pat on your back. Excellent.